taluka's name. So in Maharashtra, you will write the, if whatever the name of taluka you know, that you are going to write. If in case of the district, you know the names of the district, you can write that also. But along with that, we are going to learn about the rise of the Magadha Empire, then the how the Nanda kings of the Magadha decline his empire power, and after the declination of Nanda kings of the Magadha, Maurya Empire started to build their empire. They started to expand their empire. So we are going to learn about it. Okay. So that students, first we will learn about the Janapada. Okay. So Janapada, when the Janapada has started period of the history. So students, Janapada, it started from the 1000 BC to 600 BC. BC means what? That in 5th standard, I have taught you BC means in Germany, it is a before Christ. Before the birth of the Jesus Christ, the Janapada get expanded from 1000 BC to 600 BC, and that period is also known as the post-Vedic. That period is known as what? Post-Vedic period. So students, if you have a textbook in your hand, so underline that sentence that the period from 1000 BC to the 600 BC is considered to be the post-Vedic period. It is very, very important line in the point of view of the fill in the blanks or in the answer in one sentence. So be very careful with that. Then in this period only, that in the 1000 BC to 600 BC, that Janapadas came into exist. So Janapada, that I have said, the Janapadas were the many small states, many small states, or many small villages, and that get expanded from Afghanistan, from where the Janapada gets expanded from Afghanistan to the northwest of the Indian subcontinent of the Bengal. See students, if you have the textbook, please underline that when the Janapadas get expanded, that Janapadas get expanded from Afghanistan to the northwest of the Indian subcontinent of the Bengal. Just right now, Bengal, this is a West Bengal and our Bengal. But in that part also we have the Janapadas, and in the Odisha in the east, and the east part it is a Odisha, and but obviously in our Maharashtra. But where in Maharashtra? In the south part of the Maharashtra, the Janapadas has get expanded. Okay. If an exam such kind of question has come, that when the Janapadas they have expanded, then you should be answerable that the Janapada gets expanded, they spread it from Afghanistan, today's Afghanistan, to the northwest of Indian, that is in Bengal, it is in Odisha, that is in the east, and in the Maharashtra to the south. So it is very important, students. So please write that or underline that. Okay. So the Janapada is also called the Ashmak, and Ashmak, and it is occupied a part of the through today's Maharashtra also. And the names of this Janapada we found in Sanskrit, Pali, Ardha Magadhi literature. If you will read this Ardha Magadhi literature, Sanskrit, Pali, okay, this kind of literature, you can know, there you can find the names of the Janapadas. Even one can also find the information about the writing of the Greek historian. Some of the Janapadas were monarchies while the others were republic. Not only in our history we found the information about the Janapadas, but we got the we have learned, so we have learned the sources of history, that in sources of history that we get the information from the various sources, either so that some histories it is interlinked to each other. So in the same way, the history about this we also get it from the history of the Greek. Even the some Janapadas has the monarchies. So what is meant by the monarchies? So only the king will handle the administrative work of that particular village. Okay, means only king is the head, and he's going to take the administration and going to take the decision of that particular state. That is a monarchy or somewhere, while others were the republic. Others are republic means what? Others are republic means what? No monarchies. Anyone can govern anyone can govern their states. Okay, so be very careful. Understand that Janapadas can be a monarchies also and the republic also. Now, if suppose if you wanted to administrate one state, so you need a leader. You need a leader. Same in Janapadas, they have their the Gana Parishad. What they have? They have their Gana Parishad of senior citizens. They have the Gana Parishad of the senior citizens. Then members of this Gana Parishad, they come together and they discuss and they made a decision regarding the administrative issue. And the place where that discussion took place was known as the Santagar. See, then you will think the teacher that in monarchies it is not possible because are taken all the decisions are taken by king only. But if the Janapadas were republic, so in that republic what happened, the Gana Parishad of the senior citizens means the old people. Okay, the senior citizen and the members of that Gana Parishad, they come together, and whatever the issues are and whatever the problems are there, whatever the problems are there, all that problems and issues get solved by the discussion. Okay, and where the place, in the place they take a such kind of the discussion, that place is known as the Santhagar. Underline this sentence, that the place in a Janapadas take the discussion, that place is known as the Santagar. And the Gautam Buddha from the Shakya Republic. Shakya Republic means is a Shakya that in a fifth standard we have that Shakya. It's an era that we started to count the time that he is from the held the republic, and every Janapada has their coinage. Coinage means whether it is any kind of the Janapadas, whether it is in Afghanistan, whether it is in the northwest part of Indian subcontinent to the Bengal, Odisha, or in the Maharashtra. Everywhere they have their specific coinage. Coinage means for the transaction they are using. So for the transaction they were using that kind of the for the transaction they are using currency. Just right now how we are using the rupees all over the India, but in the Janapadas it was not like this, that every Janapada has their own coinage. Okay students, so here I just wanted to tell you that the Mahajanpada, what is mean by the Mahajanpada. Okay, so Mahajanpada, that we have, sorry, one more thing is the Janapadas. Okay, that as I explained you, that this some Janapada, if gradually they become stronger and they expanded their geographical boundary, that Janapada is known as the Mahajanpada. What is meant by Mahajanpada? When what is meant by Mahajanpada? When the Janapadas gradually they become stronger and they expanded their geographical boundaries, is known as the Mahajanpada. And from the literature of this period, it is clear up to the 6th century BC means after the birth of Jesus Christ. 16 Mahajanpada has acquired special importance. Means in Mahajanpada, the empire or the village, there was more important are the 16. Means famous, there were many Mahajanpadas, but the 16 are the main that acquired a special importance. But in that 16 also, Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti, and the Magadha. So you can see these are the 4 in Mahajanpada. It's a Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti, and the Magadha. These are the more powerful among that 16 Mahajanpada. Okay, students. Now we will learn about in a very short descriptive what is the Kosala and Vatsa, the location. Location means where, the Kosala where. And this Kosala is in the foothills. Foothills means the downward path, foothills of the Himalayas in the region of the Uttar Pradesh and the Nepal. Listen, students, if I ask to write the location of the Kosala, you are able to write the answer that the Kosala is found, or the Kosala gets spread at the foothills of the Himalayas in the region of the Uttar Pradesh and the Nepal. If I am talking about the Vatsa, the region around the Prayag, that is Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. This Prayag is a place, it is in Uttar Pradesh. That's Vatsa. Vatsa, it is this region found where it is in Prayag. Then Avanti. Where Avanti found, it is located in the Malwa region of the Madhya Pradesh. And the Magadha, the region of the Gaya, Patna in Bihar, and some region in Bengal, that the Magadha get spreaded. Now the famous cities and the capital. Which are the famous cities of the Kosala? There's the Shravasti, Kushavati, and the Saket. And the Vatsama, Kosam. Kosam is the capital and was the ancient citizen of Kaushambi. This Kosam, it is a capital of the Vatsa, and it is an ancient city of the Kaushambi. Then the Ujjaini was the capital of the Avanti, and the Rajgriha is a capital of the Magadha. Students, if it is possible, you can take a screenshot of that in your textbook. In your textbook, the chart is very big, so I have make it into short, so you can take the screenshot so that you can learn it later on. And the king and followers in the Kosala, the Shravasti was the capital of this Kosala that we have learned. And in this, Gautam Buddha is lived in the famous Vihara Jetwan at Shravasti for a long period of time. And in this, the Kosala of the king Prasanjit was a contemporary, means is a follower of the Gautam Buddha and the Vardhaman Mahavir. Then later on, this Kosala get merged in the Magda. Then again, the next one is the Vatsa. That the extremely, in this what happened? In Vatsa, three extreme rich merchant, that is a Kaushambi, had built three viharas for the Gautam Buddha and his followers. And even this Kaushambi, it is very important center for the trade. Very means very important trade during that period. This one, Kaushambi, is a very important city for the trade. And the king Uddayan was a contemporary of the Gautam Buddha. And after this Uddayana, the state of also, it is not able to maintain its independent existence. Then then the king of this Avanti, Mahajanpada, conquered this state. That we knows very well, that when the Janapada, they expanded their geographical boundaries, so definitely they become the Mahajanpada. Okay. In the same way, this Vatsa, they are not able to maintain their independence, so that the Avanti from the Mahajanpada, they conquered this state. Now the Magadha. Okay. In the Magadha, which is the capital of the Magadha? The Rajgriha. Rajgriha is a capital of the Magadha. And the king Bimbisara's palace was built by the architect of Mahagovinda. So it is, if you have a textbook in your hand, please underline it, that who has built it, the king Bimbisara's palace of Magda. Then you are able to write a famous architect Mahagovind. And in his court, the Jivika, who? The Jivika, the famous physician, was in the court of the Bimbisara. I guess in English that you have, might be you will learn that Jivika is a famous physician physician during that period of the time. So that the Jivika, the famous physician, was in the court of the Bimbisara. Okay, then we will learn. Then later on, the Bimbisara had become a follower of the Gautam Buddha. If the such kind of the fill in the blanks, if I ask Jivika is in whose court? Jivika is belonging from whose court? Then you are able to write that the Jivika is the famous physician in the court of the Bimbisara. Okay, students. So you should write this fill in the blank. Please underline this that the Jivika, famous physician, is in whose court of the Magda. Then you are able to write the Bimbisara. Or else such kind of the fill in the blanks dash the famous physician was at the court of the Bimbisara, then answer is the Jivika. Okay, so that underline this sentence as it is very important from the way point of view, the fill in the blanks. Okay, students, that we have learned. Now the next reason of the Magadha, rise of the reasons behind the rise of the Magadha Empire, because there are various reasons. Because for within a day or within a year, you cannot expand this empire. Okay, so the rise of the reasons behind the rise of the Magadha Empire, that the that we have learned that the king Bimbisara is a famous king of the Magadha Empire. Then his son Ajatashatru, what is the Ajatashatru, the son of the Bimbisara, continued the policy of the expansion, because he has expanded in the Magadha Empire in a various Magadha Empire in his region. So the Ajatashatru has continued this policy. Then he successfully, just like the Bimbisara, conquered many republics means he expanded the geographical boundaries, and the kingdom of the Magadha get prosperous. Not only prosperous, it expanded in the region of the Ajatashatru. Just like the Bimbisara, Ajatashatru is also a follower of the Gautam Buddha. Then after the Mahaparinirvana means after the death of the Gautam Buddha, it was during his region that the first Buddhist council was held at the Rajgriha. If underline this sentence also, that after the Mahaparinirvan of the Gautam Buddha, where first Buddhist council has held at Rajgriha. Okay, so it is don't be confused that in a fifth lesson what you have learned, that the Gautam Buddha has delivered his first sermon or first teaching or Dhamma at Sarnath. In this, Gautam Buddha personally delivered his speech, but after the Mahaparinirvana of the Gautam Buddha, the first Buddhist council has held at the Rajgriha. Okay, the foundation for the new capital of the Patligram of the Magadha was laid during the Ajatashatru period. Laid the new capital, because when there were the Bimbisara, at this time the Rajgriha was the capital. During the time of the Bimbisara, Rajgriha was the capital. But later on, the Ajatashatru make that the Patligram should be a capital of the Magadha. Okay, because just take the example of the Shivaji Maharaj. When before the coronation ceremony, that Rajgarh was the capital of this Swaraj. Then later on, it becomes the Raigad, that we have the clear idea about it. In the same way, in Magadha Mahajanpadas, the capital during the time of the king Bimbisara, the Rajgriha was the capital. Then later on, during the time of the Ajatashatru, the Patligram is the capital of the Magadha. And just right now, then the Patligram becomes a Patliputra. Patligram becomes a Patliputra. Then the Patliputra, just right now, because this Patliputra or Patligram, this state or this capital of the Magadha Empire Here it is nearby the today's Patna city. In today's Patna city. If anyone asks, Patliputra was probability. In your book, it is written the vicinity, Vicinity. The meaning of that word is the nearby area. The meaning of that word is the nearby area. Then first it is a Bimbisara. Then after his son become Ajat sorry, Ajat is a noteworthy king of the Magadha Empire. Then later on, after the Ajat Shishunag, King Shishunag is the king of the Magadha Empire. And this Shishunag, then he annexed means combined the Avanti, Kosala, Vatsa to the Magadha. That we have learned that in Mahajanpada, Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti, Magadha is the more powerful Mahajanpadas in among that 16. Then later and during the time of the king Shishunag, all the except Magadha, that it means that the Avanti, Kosala, Vatsa, all get emerged in the Magadha. Then nearly entire the north part of India came under control of the Magadha Empire. What all? That all Magadha Empire came under control of the Magadha. That was the Magadha Empire took shape. Okay. Then later on, students here, after the death, when the Magadha Empire get flourished, then the Nanda king, Nanda is the, actually it's not a Nanda. The name of that particular king is the Dhananand. The name of that particular king is the Dhananand. Okay, that here in your textbook they have written a Nanda, but actually I have go through with the book. I have read the book. In various book they have written a Dhananand. Then the Nandas, then the Nanda king of the Magadha, he ruled 364 BCE. He ruled what? 364 BCE to 324 BCE. He has expanded. That not expanded. Even he ruled also. When he ruled, that in between 364 BCE to 324 BC. Please underline that sentence. That this sentence is very important, as in the point of the filling the blanks or answer the following. Okay, students, please write that the Nandas ruled the Magadha Empire where from 364 BCE to 324 BC. Then that in various book you will come to know that the Nanda king is very harsh to the public. That he is not taking consideration of the people. He always harass the people. Might be you have read from in various books. But the what happened? The main, so in various people we have to see a very good thing, a good quality, and that good quality is that he had set up a good administrative system. What he has set up? He has set up a good administrative setup enough with a huge empire, and even he had built a four column army, infantry means that the people, the soldiers who are fighting with the peoples on the land or with that sword, and the cavalry means the soldiers who are fighting on the horseback, who are sitting on the horseback, and they are fighting with the people or with the enemies. And the chariot, you know, the chariots or the vehicle which is carried by, which is pulled by the horses that we know, and the elephant. These are the four column army. So you should know, or you should write that. I guess you just underline that, which is the four column army during the time of the Nanda king. That the infantry, cavalry, chariots, and the elephant. These four are the most famous or more important four column army. Even this Nanda has also introduced the system of the standard weight and measure. Normally what happened in, you know, the barter system. Barter system means what? We have to exchange a thing. If suppose you want rice, if I have a wheat. Okay, so we will exchange with the people with the rice and the wheat. So these are the standard weight and the measure. And listen, King Dhanananda, what that I said, that King Dhanananda was the last king of the Nanda dynasties. What? King Dhanananda was the last king of the Nanda dynasties, but this time the Magadha Empire, they had extended up to the Punjab in the west. Means that we have learned that the Magadha Empire, they have extended, spread through the region of the Gaya, Patna in Bihar, and some part of the Bengal. That we have learned. But this Nanda king, he has extended that Punjab to the west direction also. Then, however, during the Dhananand region, he's very ambitious. This Dhanananda king is very, I mean, he wanted to expand his empire, but one ambitious youth has come that he wanted to expand his empire. He wanted to expand his empire, and he wanted to break the injustice of the King Dhananand. One ambitious youth has come, and that name of that ambitious youth is the Chandragupta Maurya. The name of that ambitious youth is the Chandragupta Maurya. And that ambitious youth, Chandragupta Maurya, he established his empire, Maurya Empire, by defeating the Dhananand. By defeating the Dhananand. And as we know, if we wanted to expand our empire, if we wanted to if we wanted to establish our empire, so it is very necessary to defeat already exist, whose empire is already exists. So Chandragupta Maurya has defeated the King Dhananand, and he has established the Maurya Empire. And student, it is very important that the Chandragupta Maurya has expanded Maurya Empire with the help of his teacher. Okay, and that name of that teacher is the Chanakya. So if you will follow the teacher and if you will listen the teacher, definitely you will go ahead. Okay, students. So we have so that we have learned with our lesson. So the next lesson, okay. So students here. So here we have learned with our lesson number 6. Lesson number 6, that is Janapadas and the Mahajanpadas. So in the Janapadas and the Mahajanpadas, that we have learned